Good afternoon, everyone. I wanted to take a few minutes and go through our Speed to Lead program. Again, I think there's still a little bit of maybe confusion about the type of leads or what the messages say when we generate a Speed to Lead. I wanted to also talk to you and show you some of the remarketing that we've been doing to the leads already in our database and how that might affect the messages that are coming across your phone or the opportunities. But first of all, I wanted to explain that there's two types of speed to leads. The first type is one that just has a message where a consumer or a person on our website is looking at a property and they click the message agent. What it's going to look like, you'll see the speed to lead up at the top of that text message, and then there's a standard, a consumer or a lead could change this, but it says I'm interested in, and it has an address of a property. The consumer does have the ability to add to that message or change it, so you want to make sure you read that. The second type of speed to lead would be one that is requesting a tour or wants to schedule a showing. So again, up at the top of the text, you'll see speed to lead, and then a little further down it will say requested a tour, and it'll have the date and time of the property that they're looking to view. So two types of speed to leads. You want to kind of look over those text messages quickly to see what you're getting yourself into if the lead does answer the phone or you need to send them a text message. Another thing that I want to reinforce is to send a text after you accept the speed to lead. We've seen in a lot of you are doing this, and we can see the results already. A lot of good text conversations. I would say 80% of the contacts we're making with speed to leads have been through this text after the initial phone call. So when you get the opportunity, you want to obviously click on the click to call link, answer your phone, and then wait for us to call the lead. Let it ring all the way through to a voicemail or until you recognize that as a bad phone number, but don't hang up too early. Feel free to leave a message there if you do receive their voicemail. And number 4, after you hang up your phone, after you make the initial attempt, you're going to get another text. And this is basically a text that's asking you, hey, do you want to send a text message to the lead that you just took? And we have 2 really good, they've been working great, basically canned messages that you can send to that lead with one click. So let's say the person didn't answer the phone and you left a voicemail. You'd want to send this first one saying, sorry I missed you, 1234 Windsor Drive, it's still available, how can I help? Just one click and that message goes out to that lead. We've been seeing a really good response rate to that. Also, let's say that the lead did answer the phone, you spoke to the lead, and you just want to send them your contact information. Here's my contact info, great chatting with you about that property, here's my contact info, and then you can hand the lead, afterwards. But we really need a text message sent directly after accepting a speed to lead, regardless if you talk to them or not. So there's 2 good options there. You also have the option to type out your own text message. If you have any questions about that, please get with your manager or let me know, but that's critical. So the next thing I want to show you guys is what we've been doing recently. We've been doing a lot of remarketing, and some of you may or may not know what remarketing is. Remarketing is, let's say this is the best graphic I found on the web. I just copied and pasted it, but I thought it did a good job of explaining what remarketing is. Let's say there's a user out there in the universe, they end up on our website. The user leaves our website and we track them. We put a cookie on their computer so that when they visit ESPN.com or they visit whatever, cars.com, that we can show them an ad about Highgarden or Easy Street and get them back onto our website. So we kind of follow them around the web and display ads. And why this is important is, as you know, many consumers will not talk to us until they're ready to transact or they're ready to go look at a property. So we have to be in front of these people, throughout their journey. We can't just wait for them to go to Google and type in homes for sale in Carmel, Indiana, and end up on our website. We need to be in front of them on Facebook, on Google, on the places they are all the time, reminding them that, you know, Easy Street or Highgarden is the website that they should be using to look at properties or to communicate with their agent. You know, the goal in that is to keep people off of the portals, the Zillows, the Realtor.coms, all of our competitors. If we think that when we generate a lead and they go into our database and we're sending them gateways and suggests and you're making your calls, that our website's the only one that they're using, we are completely wrong. You know, sometimes we see, well, this person hasn't been back on our website in 30 days or 60 days, or they've only been on it once or twice. That's probably because they're on somebody else's website. They're on Zillow, Realtor.com, Keller Williams, all of our competitors. You know, they're getting inundated, you know, with these marketing messages, and, you know, people are trying to take those clients away from us. So we want to be in front of them all the time, whether it's, you know, through Facebook or through Google ad display ads, which I'm going to show you some examples here in a second. So we want to keep them on our site. An example of a remarketing ad in Facebook would look like this. We've been doing these consistently in all markets for about the last 30 days with some really good results. We're getting a lot of people in our database, you know, that we already have as leads or that have visited our site to come back. And, you know, we had 250,000 properties viewed on our website through this Facebook marketing just since the beginning of January, in the last 20 days. We've reached 86,000 leads in our database. They've seen our ads on Facebook and, you know, hopefully came back. We also made 690,000 brand impressions, you know, with the Highgarden name or the Easy Street name. This is something we want to help, you know, will help you in communicating with your leads. Hopefully they've seen us, they've heard about us, they've been back to our website numerous times. Hopefully it'll establish a little bit more credibility in the eyes of the consumer. On Google, we're running a bunch of different display ads. And these display ads can show up, you know, like I said, on any website, like YouTube, or on a person's Candy Crush app. You know, they see an ad for Highgarden or Easy Street, and it reminds them of where they've already been looking at houses, an easy link back to our website. You know, we're showing up on Pandora and ESPN, and, you know, there's hundreds of thousands of websites that we're, you know, basically wherever the people are, our leads, or they've visited our site, we're putting marketing in front of them throughout their journey, no matter if they're on our website or someone else's. Had some good results in this also. In the last 20 days, we had 625,000 brand impressions, basically where our ads have shown up. And we had over 6,000 people return to our website in the last 20 days. What's this going to do? All this remarketing to existing leads or visitors to our site, it should increase the number of people on your hot list. This is critical. You know, you have to look at your hot list every day. Make sure that these people don't need a text message or an email or a phone call. We have to stay in front of these people because they're out there on other websites too. And if we're not the people that are following up or in front of them, I can bet you that the team that's buying $100,000 worth of Zillow leads a month is following up with that lead. So check your hot list, work it. You know, it also, you know, the two other groups, leads that have been on our website in the last 24 hours or the last 7 days, take a look at those two places too. You're going to find some gold in those three buttons. You'll also be getting more text messages of leads on our website right now that you haven't talked to in the last 3 weeks. And we should also increase the number of people that are seeing those three buttons when they're looking at a house on our website that says message agent or schedule a showing. Those aren't brand new leads. Those are leads already in your database that are asking to look at a house or to send you information saying, hey, I'm interested in this particular property. That's the goal of the remarketing. Once again, in both of those examples, we have an easy way for you to send, excuse me, a quick text. So anyway, back to it. Definitely send a text, and we appreciate it if you could use the system. Click on those links, a little box opens up, you can hammer out a text right to your lead. It gets recorded in the notes of the IMS, just so we can see, so you can see, everyone can see that this lead is being handled correctly, we're on top of it, and potentially you're going to get a conversation started through the text messaging. Once again, this remarketing has a lot to do with the leads already in your database. Now if somebody clicked on that message agent button or schedule a tour and this lead's already in your database, you're going to get notifications that will read, instead of speed to lead at the top, they're going to say message from lead. And it's going to have the same information, like they're either interested in this house or they want to schedule a viewing on this house. So it's important to look at these notifications and recognize the differences in a speed to lead versus a message from a lead that's already in your database. Once again, we prefer you send the communication or the text right from here. It records in the IMS. We know this lead's been handled. If you do use the phone number to send them a text or call them directly, please update the IMS. These leads are being looked at pretty hard right now. Every speed lead that comes in, whether it's a lead that's already in our database or a brand new one, we're taking a very hard look at that, trying to track all the data, the contacts, what's going on with it, so we can either decrease our investment in this remarketing effort or increase it. So please help us with that. This is a slide from the original speed to lead thing I did, but the two things that I think we could improve on, the easiest things we can improve on, is when we get a speed to lead, leave the financing questions out of the conversation until you get in front of that person. Build value, build trust. You don't have to worry about if they're pre-approved at that moment yet. Let's talk to them. Let's get them face to face. Same thing with the question about, are you working with a realtor? Another question that does not need to be brought up until we get them face to face. Maybe it never gets brought up, because we have the ability at that point, once we get in front of them, to build trust, to build value, to gain them as a client if they were working with somebody in the past months ago, or somebody that they don't even really know. Let's take that chance, get in front of them, build value, and convert these leads. So if you guys have any questions about any of this, please reach out to me or your manager, but I hope all this makes sense. I'll talk to you later. Thank you.